Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. I've decided not to do a trailer reaction to Smile 2 because of copyright issues, etc. Can't be bothered with the copyright strikes. So I've decided just to do a trailer breakdown. Now with Smile 2, there's not too much we know about the movie other than the fact that it's a semi-sequel to the first movie. That's all we really know. All we can go by is from the trailer. Now, it stars Naomi Scott and also Kyle Gallner is back and we do see him in the trailer, which we'll go into shortly. But we've got this character called Quinn Parsons, played by Naomi Scott, and she's this pop star singer who has the curse passed on to her. But how does she get the curse passed on to her? Let's find out. Throughout the beginning of the trailer, we'll look at this character as if she's this mega pop star that everybody loves, but there's something about her herself that she doesn't love. Maybe she's lonely, maybe she's in a bad relationship, we just don't really know, but we know that she's not 100% happy. We do see some shots of her, if we're assuming that it's going in chronological order. She's unhappy with herself, maybe unhappy with her performance, and she goes home. I don't know if she's going home to her own house or maybe her friend's house or her brother's house, but this is where we bump into Lewis, played by Lukas Gage. Now he's obviously got the curse in him because he comes running out of the room and he's scared, and we see him looking at nothing, but we know that he's looking at this smile demon, and we all know what happens after that. After he gets the curse in him, when he's finally getting taken over, he then kills himself in front of somebody else. It just so happens to be Quinn this time, and then she's now got the curse passed on to her. I imagine the film playing out very similar to Smile 1, where we see Sosie Bacon running about trying to figure out how to stop this curse before it gets to her and kills her. And it looks like it's the same thing that's going to happen with the character Quinn. She's going to be going about trying to figure out how to stop this curse, maybe try and see some inventive ways on how to beat the curse. I did do a video a couple of years ago on how to beat the Smile demon. That might all change after Smile 2, so that remains to be seen, of course. And when we see her throughout this trailer, she's looking at somebody, and they allude to this girl that she's seeing being someone that she sees quite frequently. Again, very similar to what happened in Smile 1 with Sosie Bacon and her mother. So this character here, she's played by Dylan Galula. Now, she doesn't have a name on IMDb, but maybe they're keeping it out because they don't want us to know. But it's quite possibly someone that's related to Quinn, who maybe they died, I don't know, maybe it was an accident, but she's obviously thinking about this person, and this person's making her go nuts, as well as obviously the curse coming after her. We've got Peter Jacobson in this scene. I don't know if he's maybe someone who beat the curse before, who's going to give her some hints and tips, but there is somebody else, which I've mentioned, Kyle Gallner, who could possibly give her some tips, but maybe he's not going to meet her, and there's a good reason for that. Throughout the trailer, we see people that she's associated with walking past her smiling, and this is parts of the trailer that I didn't like, because what I loved about the first movie was it was quite intimate. It was only affecting a certain amount of people, whereas in this one, it looks like it's going to go from intimate to some sort of nationwide issue. This is a cool little spot where we see Lewis behind Quinn here, so she's obviously thinking about Lewis, or he's after her. It's the curse that's just following her and maybe tormenting her, but as she turns round, Lewis is no longer there. Again, we see lots of people looking at her, smiling, and it looks like it's going to go kind of global, to be honest, which I don't like. In this scene, you can see it looks like she's killing someone. You can see there's no blood on her face to being blood on her face, and she's wearing what looks to be some sort of goonie. It looks like she's possibly in some sort of psychiatric home. Maybe people think that she's nuts, but there is another scene where she's running away from something in that same room, and she's got blood all over her. So it looks like she's killed somebody. You can see in the background there, just next to the white chair, it looks like a body lying on the floor, and if you look at the back, you can see a bed and some sort of medical equipment on the bed. So it's possible that she's killed someone to get away, maybe to try and beat the curse. Maybe this is the way that they're going to beat the curse, or someone's tried to kill her. It remains to be seen, but it looks like quite a high-tech hospitality room, because you can see a little fridge at the left-hand side. Very high-tech. Maybe that's somebody who's doing some sort of research on this curse. It also looks like she's in quite a big house here as well, nice mirrors and stuff. It's possible that she's in some sort of rich person's house that's doing experiments on her, and there's lots of people there. That's all her crew, but it also could be her place where she goes when she's resting after performances. But that's a lot of her crew there, or it looks to be a lot of her crew. Now, here's what I would consider the money shot, because Joel was probably the best character in the first movie, and it's Kyle Gallner that's playing Joel again. You can see he's in the snow. It looks like a completely different area. He's running away from something. If you look at above Joel's left shoulder, you can see someone looking out the window from that house behind them. So he's trying to get away from the curse. I've got a funny feeling that this is the beginning of the movie. Joel runs out onto the road, and as you can see, he gets hit by a car. I think Lewis is at the other side of that road, and he's possibly witnessed Joel dying here. I don't know if Joel's maybe already been taken by the curse, or maybe he wasn't taken by the curse, because he still doesn't look happy, because you usually smile. But it's clear that somebody gets killed here, because on the next shot, you can see all the blood on the road. Now, it's making us think that Joel was the one that died there, when you can see all the blood on the road, but it's possibly not Joel. Joel might have got out of the way and somebody else has died in his place. So I think maybe this is the beginning of the movie where we find out how the curse gets passed on to Quinn. I would say though, guys, if Joel does die in this scene, if he does die either in this scene or at the beginning of the film, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it, because I feel like Joel could carry Smile 2, because he could definitely be the main character. He's obviously not going to be, because Quinn looks like she's going to be the main character. Hopefully Joel has a big role to play though. You see this little girl, looks like the little girl from Finding Nemo, but behind her you've got the man who was in halfway through the trailer. He must be part of Quinn's backroom staff when she goes on tour, and he's smiling in the background, possibly. I don't know if he's smiling fully, but this little girl is obviously smiling anyway. It would be funnier though if this little girl has not got anything to do with the curse. She's maybe just smiling because she's a big fan of Quinn, but quite a creepy scene, I'll give it that. And that's the full trailer, guys. What I take away from that is Quinn is the main character. It's possible that Joel doesn't survive near the beginning of the film. Somehow Joel ends up accidentally passing the curse on to Lewis, who is either Quinn's boyfriend or friend or brother, and he then passes it on to Quinn, so that Quinn goes through it the rest of the movie to try and solve this case and try and beat the curse. But what I fear is it's going to go nationwide. It's no longer this intimate horror movie. It's going to be this big action-packed horror film with a lot of jump scares and a lot of people being cursed by this demon thing. That's what I don't want to see, but that's what the trailer alludes to. I might be wrong, but that's just the way I see it. What are your thoughts, guys? Do you think the trailer looks good, first of all? Is there anything that you thought maybe I've missed that I should have spoken about? Or is there anything that I've pointed out that you think, nah, I don't think that's going to happen? Leave your comments down below, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.
Meeting adjourned.
I'll be right back.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
Someone's in the